that ball sizzling in the air.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 20 carries, 101 yards, and a score. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Here's a 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Caleb Farley gets in there to knock that pass away. You talk about this Titan defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit.
And now off to the races down the right side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a first down carry by Jones. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Here's Jones again on second down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now 2nd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about state. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. An inside give to Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Up the middle, Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown! Christian Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And Jones going to have a Packers first down as he's up close to the 15-yard line. Back to throw here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. Fights off the defender. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And it's a Packers touchdown. Trey McBride, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On third down, here's Jones. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A check down here to Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Again, it's Jones. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is taken in by McBride. Touchdown! Trey McBride with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Wicks. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. A give to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Right back to him on first down. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Jones will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Second and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Four receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So now Mariota and the team. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The give is to Jones. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Jones. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying.
Ready, hit!
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's taken in by Watson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. This is Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
Second down and 3.
On play action, they'll throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion right, Dobbs. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll set up to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And Jones going to have a Packers first down as the tackle made down at the 33.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers!
Trey McBride with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. He'll drop to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. The throw took him beyond the sideline. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And his throw here's incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And quickly they get to the line. Second and 6. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action here on first down. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go again to Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. An inside give to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. A give to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Packers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's got McBride here over the middle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're... The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On the give, this is Nichols. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Nichols. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Nichols. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Second and 5. And it's caught. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis and Trump. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Flush to his right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
The give is to Jones. The numbers for Jones last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Muscling free near the 40. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2nd and 2.
This one swung out here to Jones.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Now 2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. He's going to get it again. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Back to throw here. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll drop to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now here's a throw that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Goes right back to McBride. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run it with Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. He's into the secondary. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a throw here, hauled in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw again. No, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10. Now Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 9. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, about set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
They'll set up to throw.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Wiggles free, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jones.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Packers have...
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession?
Let's go now. 70
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, Gibson.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
2nd down and 8. A handoff for Gibson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Packers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
And that right there is the definition.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
They'll go again to Jones.
And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Tackle there by Michael Pierce. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. This is 2nd and 8. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 16 of the NFL on E!
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Dobbs. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Jones. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Second and 4. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
The give is to Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
Touchdown!
Tucker Kraft,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cleaned out left to Dobbs.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Again, it's Jones. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Catch at the 5-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That's complete to Wicks.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. 77
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kick.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half, because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Now Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. He'll buy some time right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They go play action here on first down.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, these two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Eluding the pressure right. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And he's closing in on that. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back to throw now on 1st down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football back. It's time to...
Back now at Soldier Field. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
They'll run. It's Gibson. And this will be a Packers 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll drop to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. A carry for Gibson.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 35. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
They'll run with Gibson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
On 2nd down, Nichols.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
Gibson will score. Touchdown, Packers.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he has a Packer 1st down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning
so now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
Ready?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offense is executed at a high level.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Jones last week: 16 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. 2nd and 9 now.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The Packers come into this one in search of win number 13 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here, as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Kenneth Murray.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Right side to Watson.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are an extra.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Looking to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big...
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and 1. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These 2 teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
Flush to his right. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And
picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the 1st half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And this one is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll set up to throw.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
They'll send Watson in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Got Dobbs over the middle.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll look to throw again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back to throw again. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Tucker Kraft, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
And we'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
12 more yards
yards there and another first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive is eating up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are on.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning it.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Again, it's Jones. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Up the middle, Jones. Busts through the tackle. And he's got this down to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Coming to you from the venue that nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
And that flag accepted.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock
clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They're going to try and throw.
He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
A 4th down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now here's a throw that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw.
Got a man. It's McBride complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. from the 9, 2nd and 5. A give to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an E. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 2.
On play action, they'll throw.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the delay, Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And Owen coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Watson has it right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. He'll look to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And now they're in the hurry up.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield. And he
can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third down and 13. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As well, only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a play fake here on first down. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 68 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Gibson again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. This is brought in by Gibson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10.
The give is to Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Jones. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Gibson will score. Touchdown, Packers.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he ran right through 1 tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And with inside
a yard, all they need.
Up the middle, Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Packers, they'll wind up picking up win number 14 on the year. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they lose their 9th game on the year. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt.